Hi, welcome to our first Project BYLD video. My name's Ernestine and I'm going to be hosting these design workshops. If you don't know, Project BYLD is a free after-school program based in Jane-Finch all about design. Walks you through the entire process from brainstorming an idea all the way to building it. For now, we're going to be bringing these Project BYLD workshops online through our Instagram page. You can tune in weekly to our design tutorials with different tips and tricks. To get started, we're going to be working with SketchUp. Today I'm going to be providing you with an overview of the basics, and then we can use those functions to create a small 3D model. So here we are on the SketchUp website. As you scroll through the homepage, you'll notice that SketchUp is often used to create architectural or interior design projects. But you can use SketchUp to build all kinds of 3D models. Today we'll be using SketchUp to create a photo booth, a design that our Project BYLD team has been working on this year. So let's get started. SketchUp can be accessed online for free, so first we'll get started by opening up an account. Click on Products at the top of your page and scroll down to SketchUp Free. Then click Start Modeling. At this point, you'll be asked to create an account. If you already have one, you'll be greeted with this screen. Once you're signed in and the app is fully loaded, you'll be able to create a new project. You'll be able to choose the units of measure you'd like to use. I'm going to use imperial scale, so everything will be in feet and inches. Once you've created a new project, you'll see this screen. As you can see, there's a model in the center that'll help you with scale, and these different colored lines to indicate the different axes. On the two ends of your screen, you'll see toolbars that'll have the different functions you can use to create. I'm going to quickly run through them. At the top of the left toolbar, you'll see magnifying glass. This allows you to search the different kinds of functions. It'll show you what button to use for the different actions along with a shortcut. So as you can see, instead of clicking the move button, I can just type M and it'll do the exact same thing. Below the search button is the select button, which allows you to select an object on the screen. Then there's an eraser tool, which allows you to erase things. Then the paint bucket, which allows you to choose different colors and materials to paint the objects you create. Then there's a line or pencil tool, which allows you to draw straight or freeform lines. Below that is the arc tools, which allows you to make arcs of different sizes and degrees. Then there's the shape tool, which we'll be using a lot today. You can use this tool to create rectangles, circles, or polygons, and also to make 3D text like this. Another tool we'll be using a lot today is the push and pull tool, which adds dimension to your shape. Below that is the outer shell tool, which allows you to combine shapes. And below that is the tool that allows you to move, rotate, and scale up or down the objects you make. Then there's your measurement tools, which let you measure the lengths, widths, and degrees of the objects you make. It also allows you to create labels for these measurements. Those little footsteps there allow you to walk through your model and explore what it looks like at eye level or as if you were in the model. The final function on this toolbar allows you to adjust your screen, so you can rotate, pan through, and zoom in and zoom out. So let's take a look at the other toolbar. At the top we have Entity Info, which allows you to click on an item and learn more about it. Below that we have Outliners, which is an upgraded function, but there is something similar to it in the free version of SketchUp. Below that is Instructor, which instructs you on how to use the different tools. So that, along with the search bar, will be your best friend if you're just learning how to use SketchUp. Below that we have Components, which allows you to search through the 3D warehouse for models that people have already made. This saves you time from having to build every single model within your project. Now you can just download a few in. Below that we have Materials, which I talked a little bit about before, but essentially it allows you to add color and texture into your project. Then we have Style, and then we have Tags. Tags is similar to Outliners in that it helps you stay organized. Below that we have Views, which allows you to take a look at the different views of your model. And then we have Display. And then we have Model Info. And finally we have Solid Inspector, which prepares your models for 3D printing. That is also an upgraded function. So let's work on our model now. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to be building a photo booth. This is a design that our Project BYLD team has been working on this past year. It consists of 3 walls with different backdrops that people can interact with. We're going to start off by building our first wall. Using the rectangle tool, I'm going to build a rectangle that is 3 inches by 4 feet wide. You'll see in the dimensions bar right at the corner there that I'm just typing in 3 inches by 4 feet. Now we're going to make this rectangle look a little bit more like a wall and push and pull it. So we're using the push and pull tool to bring it up to the height of 8 feet. That's the dimensions of our wall, 3 inches by 4 feet by 8 feet. Now all of the walls are actually going to be the exact same, so I'm just going to turn this into a component. I'm going to call it backdrop wall. and this is going to make it easier to copy and paste it. So I'm just going to select the wall, copy, and paste. This saves us time from actually having to build each individual wall. I'm going to use the rotate and move tool to get the walls into the right position. So I'm rotating the walls to 60 degrees. They're going to be 60 degrees apart. Then I'm going to use the move tool to bring them right up against each other. Now to make the third wall, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to copy and paste. And I'm also going to rotate and move it to the correct position. And there you have it. That's our photo booth. That's the basic shape of our photo booth design. It is made up of 3 walls that creates 3 corners that will have 3 different backdrops that people can take pictures in front of. So now that the basic photo booth model is complete, I'm going to select the 3 walls, right-click on my mouse, and select Make a Group, so that they're all attached to each other and can be moved around as a group. In the next tutorial, I'll be showing you how to use some of the other SketchUp tools we talked about today to create a more detailed model. So thanks for tuning into our first video. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any other ideas for design tutorials, feel free to leave them in the comments. Hope to see you next week, and stay safe, everyone.